Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Up and Moving. My name is Steve Allman, and I'm part of the Up and Moving team. We're excited to deliver our workout of the week, Thursdays at 9:30. Just a couple of things that you'll need today. Of course, always a water bottle. I'm going to do some stand-up paddleboarding a little bit later, so grab a broom. And then we'll wrap up doing some things on the ground. So if you have a softer surface, a towel or a yoga mat, we'll give you just a minute here to grab those items. Looks like a good turnout this morning. A couple of other announcements as people are grabbing the items that they need. The goal of Up and Moving is to help keep adults physically active here in the Upper Peninsula, northern Wisconsin, and wherever you might be tuning in. Each week, we're trying to help you get to 150 minutes of physical activity each week. That's what our CDC and U.S. Department of Health and Human Safety recommend for all adults, really of all ages, from 18 all the way up to 80 and beyond. So we'll help you get there. Today we have a fun workout plan for you today. A couple of things we'll be doing. We'll start with a warm-up and we'll go through 3 mini circuits, a circuit that's really targeting lower body movements, upper body movements, and then we'll finish with some combination. We'll be down on the ground doing some things to work on your core muscles. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're on camera, and we'll get going here with our warm-up. So first, before we get started, 2 other things. Just make sure coffee table, rugs, anything that you could potentially bump into or trip on, cleared out of the way. And then also with our workout today, think of me as a guide or a coach. If you need a little extra recovery, or hey, I want to sit this one out, you can always jump back in. Remember today is self-pity. How are you feeling? You'll feel like your heart is beating faster, you're breathing a little bit harder. That's a good thing. Good healthy stress on our heart lungs. But at any time you take a rest, by all means, certainly do that. So we'll get started with the warm-up here. We're going to get going with some arm circles here. Nice small arm circles. We move side to side here. It's been raining here in the Upper Peninsula. Hopefully the thunder and lightning will calm down. The sun coming out soon behind me. And then do a nice day. Okay, we're going to make those arm circles just a little bit bigger. And here, let's go ahead and switch in the reverse direction. Start with small circles. Over time here, make those bigger and bigger. Okay, arms are feeling a little bit loosened up. Next, what I'm going to do is put my hands out like this, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to make a T. This sort of turn to the side, a little bit of a flap, and the other side. Like I said, we'll get through our warm-up here and then go through 3 main circuits involving some lower body movements, some upper body movements, and some movements that are targeted at our core. A couple more here, then we'll switch up for a warm-up with different movements. Okay, next what we're going to do is some shake out the arms here. It's going to do some knee hugs. I'm going to grab my knee and pull it into my chest. You need a little extra balance for this. You can get closer to the wall. Do it with one leg. I have to something like this. Grabbing that knee, pull it into your chest. Again, always a good opportunity here just to double check. I mentioned rugs, coffee tables. You know, I have a ceiling fan behind me here, so I'll try to not bump into the fan above. So I have to double check just to make sure. Okay, we're going to switch it up here. Now we're going to reach back and just tug on our foot a little bit, get a little bit of a quad hip flexor stretch here. We'll do this dynamically. We'll just go back and forth. Again, if you need extra support, you can hold it here. Pull it out to the wall. Little dynamic stretch here, part of the warm up. Okay, the next one we're going to do, these are called Dr. Leading Picks. This is named after a former student, part of the upper moving team. We're going to put our hands out in front here with our fingers, and we're just going to raise our foot up. Okay. Feel a little stretch in the back of the leg. That's a good thing. Don't feel like you have to come all the way up and hit your hands. Just until you feel a light stretch in the back here. And you want to walk around the room. Also known as maybe zombie kicks or Frankenstein kicks. If you're not moving, you like to refer to these as Dr. Moving. All right, a couple more things here. A few movements that we'll do a little bit later in the circuit just to kind of get you familiar. One, I'd like to do these movements that are related to cross-country skiing. So we're going to take our arms out here, bring them in, shake out our fingers. Okay. And we're just going to do a little bit of a crunch. And we're going to extend our arms forward. We call this a ski movement or double pulling. So again, we're doing the crunch first and then extending our arms. Just practice a few here as part of our warm-up. Crunch and then arm extension. And keep those arms in nice and tight. We'll do about 10 more of these and then we'll switch it up. All right, next I'll ask you as part of the warm-up here, go ahead and grab that broom or the mop, whatever you have. Okay. If you've done any stand-up paddle boarding, just kind of simulate that. If you haven't, that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and grab the top of the broom and somewhere down here on the shaft. If you have a mop, that's fine. And to give you a side view here, I'm just going to reach, and I'm just going to make kind of almost like a paddle motion here. Now, when you do this, just a couple of things in part of our warm-up here. We want to think about reaching forward, and rather than just sort of make the arm motion here, really kind of started initiate it with a little bit of a, again, kind of a crunch with your core muscles. So reaching out and crunching, and then you have a bit more of the arm. Reaching ahead, crunching, and then really think about using the arms. You're kind of relying on some of those bigger muscle groups first to get the movement started. And then having those smaller muscles kind of assist during the second time. Okay. Try this. Feel like you got a good rhythm there. We'll mix it up and have you try the other side here. Really not that much different than if you're sweeping the floor. And then another thing to note as you do this, again, feet about hip width apart, a nice little knee bend here, a little athletic stance. Pretty, looks like they got awesome stand-up paddle boarding form. Go ahead and put that down. We'll use that a little bit. Shake out those arms here. We'll rub our hands together just a little bit. Next, what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to do a little twisting motion like this from side to side. I'd like you to take the top hand and just kind of tap it on your chest. Excuse me, tap it on where your belly button here. And then the back arm will tap kind of in the center of the low back. So we're just kind of doing a little twist, and we're kind of knocking on the door, so to speak. Twisting back and forth, just kind of slapping the back part of our low back and then just put it on the belly button. All right, next we're going to take that top hand and we're going to move it up and down. Just bang it on the center of the chest here and probably tapping into the upper moving logo. Twisting here, a little tapping. We're going to take that top arm and we're going to tap right around our collarbone. Still tapping the center of the low back. Last couple of taps here. We're just going to tap on the center of the chest here. Okay, next we're going to shake things out here. We're going to go ahead and just tap on top of the arm. Flip our arm over. Do that one more time on that arm. Go to the other arm here. One more time here. Now we're going to go down the outside of the legs here, so tapping on the side of the hips, going down the side of the legs, up the inside of the legs here, tapping around the glutes, outside of the legs, going down one more time. Come back up on the inside. Couple more on the chest here, and we're going to finish it up here with just a little bit of kind of a walk or march or even a jog in place. You can do this around the room again, double check. Everything's kind of out of the way. It's up to the ceiling fans. Little jog, little march here. If you can, we'll go ahead and pick up the pace. Drive those arms, drive those knees a little bit more. And we finish up here in a few seconds. 5 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take a short break here. Grab a drink of water if you need one. I'll meet you back in the center of the room. That concludes our little active warm-up here, and we'll get into our first mini circuit of the day. Grab our timer here. While we're waiting for folks to grab a quick drink and reset here, you can always walk around the room with your hand on the waist. Bring the arms. Okay, when folks are ready, just give me a thumbs up if you're on Zoom. I'll meet you back here in the center of the room. We'll get started with our first circuit. We're going to focus a bit more on some lower body movements here in the first one. I'm going to get the timer started. And you're ready to go here. Okay. So first one we're going to start with is this kind of a modified burpee. So we're going to raise our arms up. Let's go ahead and reach down, tap the knees. Okay. It's going to do this for about a minute. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can reach down, touch the toes and the ankles. You start with the knees here. Down touch the feet. So he's looking good here. We'll do about 5 more here, and then we'll switch up the movement pattern about every minute. We're focusing on our lower body circuit here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next, I'm going to move to the right side of my room. It might be reversed on your side, but we're going to do a little dynamic sort of side shuffle here. We're working on moving laterally. Just going to take some steps to each side here. Little bend in the knees, keep the hands up for balance. Whatever real estate you have, you can even go this way towards the camera. Nice little steps. To increase the difficulty, there are 2 options. You can go just a touch faster, or staying under control. Or You go a little deeper in your leg squat here. Okay. Go back and forth one more time each way. Start in here. Meet you back in the center. Okay, shake out those arms, shake out the legs here. We're going to do a modified jumping jack. What I'm going to do is just put one arm, usually both arms up, one leg out to the side here. I'm trying to do a little bit of a lower impact jumping jack here. You have neighbors that live below you. They will appreciate it. Sometimes the full jumping jack is a bit too much. You can start with the modified. To increase the difficulty, you can pick up the pace, or you can move into that. A couple different options here. We're going to switch up our movement pattern. We'll do 5 more jumping jacks here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to go to the back of the room here. We're going to map out a little square. What I'm going to do here, nice up out of the stance. Going to go up. Going to go to the side. Going to go back. And to the other side. Okay. We'll switch up the direction here. First, let's do about 5 in the direction that we started. Be careful when you're going backwards, again, to check what's behind you. To make these a little harder, increase the difficulty. You pick up the pace. Find what works best for you. Doing good. One more here, and then we'll switch the direction. Give me a second to reset here. Now we'll go the opposite direction. Good job for the team here. Just a couple more in this direction. Go ahead and complete your last circle and meet you back at the starting point. Center of the room here. Okay, we've got one more exercise in the circuit, and we'll take a quick break. Again, at any time, if you need a little extra rest, that's certainly perfectly fine. Okay, next one we're going to do is a little bit of a speed skater motion. I like these. You can do a little lateral movement so far. So, center of the room here, you keep your hands up like this, or you can even tuck them behind. You're just going to step with a side to side. Okay? Make these. You can certainly start here. Couple options for modifying the difficulty if you need to. Pick up the speed at which you're going side to side. And also sort of increase the depth, the crouch position here. Okay. It's going to feel make it go a touch faster or a little deeper. The last one, if you're willing to try, almost give just a tiny hop side to side. Looking good, everyone here. Got about 20 seconds left. I'm going to put in the sort of a natural arm swing here. Let's finish it out here with 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last one here. Well, good job for the team here. Take a quick breather if you need it. Grab a drink of water. We'll reset here in the center of the room. Just went through our lower body circuit, mixing up the movements there every minute. I'm certainly breathing harder. My heart's beating, sweating here. I hope you are too. As you're waiting for the group to reset here, it's always good for some active recovery. You can walk around the room. You want to put your hands up on the top of your head, you can put them on your waist here. Even if you're just standing, you just move side to side, just to kind of keep moving around a little bit. And everyone's ready. I'll meet you back in the center of the room. If you're on Zoom and have your camera on, just give me a thumbs up. That'll let me know that you're ready. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, we're going to move into our second circuit. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on upper body movements here. And we're going to get started in about 20 seconds. What we want to do for this one, we're going to start with that steam double pole motion. We'll for about a minute and then switch up the movement pattern. So to get started here, put the arms out, shake the fingers, and then bring those poles in close. Just a reminder how this works is we're going to do a crunch first, and then we're going to extend our arm, kind of like with steam, without using much of our legs. So let's get started here. We're going to do the steam motion. We'll have a couple of winter enthusiasts on today, and it's supposed to be record heat here the next few days. That first snow will be here in due time, right? Again, with all the movements here, find what works best for you. If you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, if this is challenging enough, stay right here. A couple ways to make this harder if you're looking for that is you can increase the speed or the tempo. So good. I'll quickly, I'm bringing my arms back up. Another option to try, this is kind of a fun one, but if you go ahead and just come up on your toes a little bit, you're involving the legs. Same thing, starting with the crunch, bending our arms. Okay, go ahead and find that paddle or that broom or mop that you have. We're going to grab that. Finish a couple more of the double pulling here, and we're going to transition right into our stand-up paddleboard. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and grab our paddle here. Pick whatever side, we'll do both. Find a good position, good athletic stance here, slight bend in the knees. We're just going to go ahead. Start paddling, sort of reach out in front. Think again about kind of initiating the movement here, a bit of a crunch, and then involving the arms per se. Looking good, everybody here. We're out on the Portage Canal or whatever lake that's close by you. Surprisingly, even the movement here without really the resistance of the water, it's still going through the general movement and creating different muscles. Make this a touch harder. You can always increase the kind of the tempo, the speed again, kind of keep your form. Let's do 3 more on this side, and then we want to make sure we balance it out and switch to the other side here. You go 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch. This side feels a little bit more natural. We probably, by default, pick the side that felt easier to begin with. So hang in there. Again, try to initiate it with the crunch first, and then using the arms. A little bend in the knees. Nice job. Okay, we'll count you down here, and then we'll switch up the movement pattern. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And take a mini reset here. We're going to shake out those arms, rub our hands together here. Next, we're going to, it's kind of a fun one here. We're going to punch out and then punch up. Press out, press out, out, out. Find a nice steady tempo here. Might be surprised if we do this for about a minute. We're getting pretty tired. We don't do a lot with our arms. Find a good tempo here. Pressing out, pressing out, 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 out. Then 15 seconds to go here. Pressing out, up, out, up. Lots of enthusiasm there on the video. Good job to our up and moving team today. Keep it going. We'll count you down. Let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. 1. Make a quick reset here. Take those arms out. We got one more arm movement here. Okay, here we go. We're actually going to do some jumping jacks. But let's do the modified version, and then I'll show you a slightly different option here to mix it up. So last time we did it like this, where we put our leg out. We'll start with that, and then we'll transition to this one where we actually step to the side and step to the other side. Okay. Well, let's start with the one we've done before. Nice steady pace here. We'll take a break after this movement. Okay, go ahead and back to the center here. I'm going to step to my right, step to the center, step to the left, stepping to the right, step to the center, step to the left, step to the center, step to the right. You get the idea here. So nice low impact jumping jack using our arms and our legs. We're just kind of moving side to side here across the stage every now. Let's finish out a few more of these, then we'll take a break. Probably feeling like your arms are feeling a little jelly. That's okay. So we'll finish it out here. Let's do 5 more here. So here we go. This is going to be 5. This will be 4. Finish it out strong here. 3, 2, one more. Last one here. And back to center. Take a breather, everyone. You need a drink. Be sure to grab one. Give everybody here just a minute or 2 to reset. Grab a drink. Looks like the rain has stopped here, hopefully by you too. As part of our active recovery, if you're getting your drink here, you need to take a rest and sit down. Again, perfectly fine. If you're doing okay, sometimes walking around helps a little bit with our active recovery here. Hands on the hips, hand on the head. You can be out here. Help open up the chest a little bit. The good news, we're 2/3 of the way done. We got through our lower body circuit where we mixed up the movement pattern about every 1 minute. We just finished our upper body circuit. Arms were getting tired there at the end. And now we're going to wrap up with our 3rd and final circuit involving a little bit more of some of the core muscles. We've been using these already, but now we're going to target and isolate these. We have just a few exercises, and then we'll finish up with a short cool down. Again, if you're on Zoom and you're ready to go, give me a thumbs up, a high five, fist bump. Looks like Nancy, thank you for all 3. Okay. Great. We're going to start here with some standing abs. So again, as part of our core circuit, basically the movement here, I'm going to take my it's my right knee and my left elbow. I'm just going to cross like this, and then do the opposite side. So right knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow. Let's go ahead and do these here for about 30 seconds. Find a good tempo here. Most of the movements kind of a key theme. If you need a little bit more difficulty, you can just increase the pace. Even a little bit makes a difference here. Okay, I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep the hands up here. Now we're going to go same side. So I'm going to take that right elbow, my right knee, and kind of crunch it up like this. 30 seconds like this. The knee and the elbow do not have to touch as long as you make the movement. It should be a little bit of a crunch. What we're looking for. Really, you don't even have to hike that leg up too high. If you have maybe some clicking or something going on in your hip, just do whatever motion you can. Count you down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, grab that towel, yoga mat, softer surface, whatever you have. I'll meet you down on the carpet here. Everybody can see. So the next one that we have, this is a really fun one. I'll demonstrate quick first. So I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take my right arm. I'm just going to reach up and tap my right ankle. I'm going to come back to center. I'm going to take my left arm and tap my left ankle. Okay. Try a couple of these. Your feet, you can bring them in closer so everybody can see me on the camera here. Give you a second to get down on the floor here. Again, right arm for right ankle, left arm for left ankle. Let's grab our timer here so I can get a little feedback. We're going to officially start this in about 5 seconds here, so get ready. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's start. Tapping those ankles. Go for about 30 seconds here. Find a good tempo here. We're tapping, tapping, tapping. Want to finish it out here? If you can go a touch faster here. We'll count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job to the team. Take a quick little breather here. Take a breather. I'm going to demonstrate our next exercise here. We're down on the ground. We'll stay here for the rest of our circuit. So as you're flipping over, taking a quick reset here. The next one, I'm going to show a couple different options. So here's the starter option. We're just going to extend our leg back. We just go back and forth. So turn right, and then I go left. Requires a little bit of balance. You can hop in with me and give a couple of these a try. So this is variation 1. The next variation would be to simply move the arms, starting with my right arm, lifting up my left arm, right arm, and left. So try a couple of those. And then the last variation here is we're just combining the two. Okay. So for example, like just to demonstrate here again, we're picking which one works best for you. I can extend my right leg back and lift my left arm. You can see it here. Now I'm doing the left leg back, right arm. For a couple of these, this is the more advanced variation. Just a couple. So pick which variation works best for you. We're going to do 30 seconds of these. We're going to do it twice. Okay. We'll start here in just a few seconds. I'm going to start with just the leg variation. And then I'm going to move into the full variation. Okay, we're getting started here. Everybody ready to go? Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's get started. It's about keeping a nice, stable upper body. Remember to breathe here. Couple more here. We'll take a quick break. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do a quick reset here. We'll do one more. If you can, potentially try the little harder variation. If you're already at the advanced variation, we'll just keep you going here. We're going to start about 10 seconds. For this one, I'm going to try both the legs and the arms at the same time. This will be our last exercise in this circle. Okay, here we go. Last 30 seconds. When you're ready, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Let's get started. Get up, everybody. Raising our arms, raising our legs. We will raise them both. Need stability exercise here. I'm going to count you down here. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here. And we're done. Okay. Awesome job to everybody on Zoom. And just following along, watching us on YouTube. And we're going to wrap up. Again, it's important to grab a quick drink if you need to. We made it through our 3 mini circuits. We're down on the ground here. We're going to start our stretching and our feet down here, and then we'll finish standing. No rush here. Take your time. Give us a couple of stretches here to get started. Take your time here. Go through a few stretches and I'll wrap up our workout for today. What I'm going to do to get started here is I'm going to bend my right leg in, and I'm going to have my left leg straight. I'm going to take my arms. You're just going to do a little fold. Reach towards your toes, your ankles, your shin, whatever range of motion you have. I'm just going to do a little stretch. We're stretching out here. Remember to breathe. Sometimes we might be punching our jaw. Which I think about normal stretching, but breathing a little bit here. We're going to switch sides here. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and bend that left leg. Keep that right leg straight. Bring it over. And it doesn't matter if it's toes, ankles, shin. Just giving a little light stretch here. You probably feel it in the back of the leg. You may even feel it in the other leg. That's sort of my left leg here that's bent a little bit into the groin. I'm going to breathe. Okay, next one here, we're going to stretch out kind of our core muscles, a little bit where the muscles come up front of the hip here. So a couple different options here. If I come down on my stomach, you can see my side view. I'm going to do the sweep pose. So I'm just kind of raise up on my forearms here, just lifting my head. And look up towards the ceiling. You might feel a little stretch in the front part, like what we're holding for. This is one variation, another one. For yoga, you can come up, around your knuckles, your palms, your hands. Find if this one feels within your comfort level. I'm kind of just doing this one. As we're doing this, let's focus on taking 3 breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out, and then breathing in, breathing out. And one more, breathing in, and breathing out. Next one, you can either be on your knees or you can be seated like this, either one. I'm going to take my right arm, put it up, and I'm going to take my left arm, put it over to the side here, kind of like this. Just gonna reach over. We're gonna side stretch here. As you're doing this, it sounds maybe like a broken record, but don't forget to breathe. Again, sometimes we might be recovering from the workout, and punching my jaw, just trying to relax into the side stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. Left arm up, reaching over. Feel free to put that right arm where it feels natural. A little bit behind you or to the side. But just reaching over, doing the side stretch here. As you're doing, probably feeling somewhere on the left side of the Go ahead and meet you up in the standing position here. Take out those arms, take out those legs. We'll do a little bit of a quad stretch here. I need a little support. I'm going to climb to the TV stand here, the wall, and reach back with my right arm and pull my right heel back. If you do this, you pull this back. A little stretch in the front part of the leg, maybe where the muscles touch the hip. A little pro trick here that we use if you can't quite get this, you can always grab onto the heel of your shoe or a sock. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and switch sides. As we're wrapping up here, just to remind you, every Thursday at 9:30, we have our summer up and moving workouts. Our plan is in a few weeks, once the fall semester starts up and more of our up and moving team is back on campus. We'll also have our Saturday workout. So stay tuned for updates. Like I said, it'll be in a couple of weeks, maybe end of the month. We'll be sure to advertise that on our website and social media page. Okay, next one, we're going to do a little forward fold here. I'm going to take my arms, I'm going to reach them up. Okay, and then I'm going to just fold forward here, reach down to the ground. If you can touch your toes, ankles, hands, whatever it is. We're going to go ahead as we take as we inhale here, we're going to rise up about halfway. So inhale, breathe in. A little bit of a flat back here. And then exhale, reach down towards the ground. We're going to do that 2 more times here. So when we inhale, we're rising up kind of about halfway lift. And then as we exhale, we'll reach down and touch the ground. Here we go. Go ahead and bring it in, halfway lift. And then breathe out. One more. Go ahead and breathe in, halfway lift. And slowly breathe out. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining us. Hope you had a good workout. We definitely got our 30 minutes in today. Do us a favor, encourage our family members, friends, neighbors to stay active. I'll go ahead and stop the recording. If you have any questions, certainly can talk to you, and we'll see you next week.